This is the Polish My Pitch podcast with Chala Dincoy. Hello, welcome, Niki.
Why, thank you, Chala.
And
nice to be here today.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you could do this. Now, where are you calling in from? Where are you, Niki?
I am in Oklahoma this morning.
Oh, wonderful. We had the lady this morning was from Kansas, and I'm going to be in Kansas City next week. So it's just...
How are you?
I love how I know so many people in the U.S. now, and I didn't used to know even a dog a few years
yeah.
ago.
Well,
Wonderful.
Kansas City is my hometown, so
I love it.
I'm there a lot.
Okay, so I'm going to start the timer and
Okay.
ask you to do your introduction. All right. So tell me how you would introduce yourself to me, and just pretend that I'm your prospect, and tell me what you do for a living, Niki.
Okay. So my name is Niki Privitera, and I started in healthcare because I wanted to take care of people. Mm-hmm. And I was in healthcare for 15 years, and I was a practicing nurse anesthetist when I was diagnosed with epilepsy. I quickly realized that the system that I had been wanting to serve in healthcare was not about health at all. It was a medical system designed for disease management. And I did not want my diagnosis to define me, so I decided to define it. I have revamped and created a system to where I have learned how to live healthy despite a diagnosis. And I've created a system where I can help other people learn how to be healthy despite their diagnosis as well.
Okay. So, well, first of all, congratulations. Never mind about the elevator pitch, but congratulations. You look amazing. Whatever you're doing, you look the picture of health. Okay. So let's get to the elevator pitch.
Yes.
Tell me about who is the best prospect to pay you and that you can find that are self-gathered in large groups. And the only kinds of people who self-gather in large groups are either people who have the same interest, like, yoga or like health, or industries, like nurses gather by industries, or IT people gather by industries.
Right.
So, like, give me one area or interest group or industry that you can target so that you can test out your elevator pitch when you go and there's like 100 of them or 200 of them at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. So I really prefer to focus on corporate professionals, because what I find is that they really understand the need for change and are always welcoming the tools to implement. They understand the importance of tools and education to be able to implement a system. And so I find that corporate professionals tend to be the most compliant.
Mm-hmm. So give me, because every industry is a corporation, really. Every person that, that
Sure.
works in industries, it works for a corporation. So give me an industry that either you've worked a lot with or you've worked in the past that you feel close to, or that a lot of your clients are in.
Well, so I deal with a lot of true CEOs, and they tend to gather in, same meeting type of places. Mm-hmm. If there's a specific industry, it's going to be more of the self-help group, where there's a lot more of the individuals versus the leaders. A lot more people who are interested in doing this for themselves versus corporate leaders who are interested in doing it for themselves so that they can impact then their companies.
Right. No, but I mean, you can still target industries and be able to reach out to high-level managers. I mean, you could target CEOs, but CEOs don't gather that often by themselves unless you belong to their groups, like tech or EO or, YPO or WPO. Like,
True.
they don't self-gather that often, and it's hard to get into where they self-gather unless you're a CEO. So
I am part of a WPO as well, like a women's professional organization,
right?
Which I find is really helpful.
Great.
Yes.
So that's one group. But do you have access every month to a new CEO group, another one? Can you attend their annual conferences? Do you know what I mean? Like, so where is
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's great. If you do have that access, that's great, because most people don't.
I don't, but I understand what you're saying. I was saying, yes, I understand.
Okay.
But I do not have that access.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Sorry. Okay. So, okay, then so what I then would recommend is industries have associations that have monthly chapter meetings with speakers. They have newsletters. They have online journals, portals. They have annual meetings. They have awards, galas. They have trade shows. So there is, when you pick one industry, you can be in their face constantly. And this is what I do with my clients is we actually do the research to figure out which industry we're going to pick. We don't just cherry pick it, but we only have, well, it's already been 5 minutes, so I'm going to go fast. Yeah. So let's pick an industry. Give me one industry that you have a client in.
IT.
Perfect. All right. So give me a problem that you solve for them. And even better if you can give it to me in a statistic. So 80% of IT managers suffer from a heart attack due to the work-life imbalance or are unable to return to work after a debilitating disease. Give me a pain statistic that you solve for IT managers.
Okay, so 25% of everyone is at a greater risk for heart attack right now. Everyone. Mm-hmm. In IT specifically, it's about 40% of people who are in this category of ill health and are unaware of it. 60% of those 40% are going to end up with a debilitating heart attack, can't return to work and or pass away within this. So if we can change those statistics, which we do, we can lower those statistics. Not only does it increase their longevity, but it increases their productivity and performance while they're in their working years.
Okay, so
we can change that.
And how do you do that? Niki, do you do coaching? Do you do like diet? What do you do? Like, how do you do it?
It's a whole program and system. So it's a combination of both coaching and programs. Diet's a very small component of it.
Is it exercise? Like, give me a little bit of a...
So a lot of it is knowing your body. A lot of it is understanding what the triggers for your bodies are.
So diagnostics?
A self-diagnostic.
Okay.
Not a medical diagnostic.
Uh-huh.
And then we do changes incorporate it. So it is some changing your diet. It is some exercise. It is some mindset. It is some coaching.
Perfect.
So there's the whole component.
I love it. Okay. So here's your elevator pitch is,
okay.
I didn't do the math, but if you could simplify it to one stat, like 1 in 3 IT executives are going to die in the next year.
Okay.
Are going to have a serious heart attack in the next year due to their stress in their work. And what we do is we coach them through our own proprietary system that helps them change their mindset, their diet, and their exercise to help them get to productivity and health within whatever, an average of 6 months or 3 months. How does that sound?
Much better.
Yeah, because we're totally at 7 minutes, but
we've got to go. Yes.
Yeah, we got to go. But the whole thing is, I want you to talk about them when you open your mouth instead of you. And yes, it's very nice to hear your story, but really they're like, okay, why is this nice lady telling me about her life? I really care about the heart attack I had yesterday, like kind of thing, or that I'm
right.
of, or that Tom had last week in the office kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Right. Oh, it makes complete sense. Right. I don't need to justify myself. I need to help them.
Yeah. It's about them. It's always about them. They don't care about us.
Okay, Chala, this has been wonderful. Thank you very much.
All the best.